another edition of our podcast as we celebrate all things music. But tonight it is the mega selling, what in most people's eyes is probably one of the greatest R&B soundtracks of the 90s, Waiting to Excel. It'll be interesting going through this and talking about the album and the production, writing, and the film and everything. But before we get into that, it'd be great to say hello to Lorena and Stevie Street. But Lorena, how have you been?
I've been good. I've been busy, but good. Weather's getting better slowly, so I'm happy.
Okay. What about you, Stevie? How about you?
Oh, fantastic, mate. Just living my weekend vinyl search dreams as always, you know.
Okay.
Has anybody listened yet to the Mammoth 27 track Chris Brown album? I've not even started it. You brave woman, Lorena, you brave woman.
I did, but I have to listen to it again because I kind of like got distracted, so I wasn't really paying attention because it's just too many songs.
Yeah, far too many. That's like 3-4 albums worth of songs in just like one go. 27 tracks. Just shows you though, he's to his credit, he's always in the studio, isn't he, making tracks. Yeah. You know, he's very busy making tracks. But we're not here for Chris Brown anyway.
No, we're not. But what are greetings? Those are coming. Music tips and reviews. Welcome. The R&B Talk Show Narrative. If you do not follow him on IG, follow him also on YouTube. He's definitely a trailblazer. He's been doing this interview for many years, and I was actually the big fans during the lockdown when I was starting. Big inspiration to me as well. So glad you're around. Teacher's Pet M Mac, we hadn't seen you for a couple of weeks, so I'm glad you're back. Zay, welcome. Yes, so I think Music Tips like this is what's he saying here? I have, it's like his other albums I thought to be more R&B based on the cover. He's talking about Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, he's talking about Chris Brown. We are waiting for Jackie to join us. So she's done all the promotion, but probably forgot the timing. So she'll be joining us soon. Oh, here she is. Jackie, did you hyped you up? We said yes, you're coming in, and then we didn't see you. Oscar, how you been?
Can y'all see me?
We can see you.
I can see. Can I see y'all? Hey.
Hi.
How you been, girl? I ain't talking to you as TV right now. I see my girl. I was in a rainstorm, and I was gonna do it from my car, but because the rain was coming down so hard, I was like, oh my gosh, let me just run upstairs. Let me get home and run in the house. But sorry, y'all. I was in a rainstorm.
I love your hair.
Thank you. We missed you.
Yes, I'm here. I'm back.
You're back. Okay, now I can say hi Stevie. Hi, Namdi.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yes.
What is that on your head, Jackie?
It's my braids.
Oh, I thought it was a bowl. I thought it was getting a bowl of fruit going on there. You know what I mean?
No, I love it.
It's a couple of strawberries in there. Yeah. And there might be some. The rest is papaya, Stevie. The rest is papaya.
Yeah, it looks an amazing bit of a construction that you've got going on there. You know what I mean?
Goodness.
I'm only joking, Jackie. I'm only joking.
I know. You know I love you.
Well, you put up a picture of just you and Stevie, and I'm like, what's, you didn't put the rest of us in. So
no, because let me tell you what happened. You were at the top, so already, because I just took it off of what you posted. So I thought about it after I did it. And I was like, maybe I should have put an extra picture of Nambi because it was so teeny at the time.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry, Brandy.
No, that's fine.
It's your show. It's your countdown.
No, well, especially with this, everybody. Oh, well, before we start, I want to wish Jackie a happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. I don't really celebrate. I think every day is Mother's Day. Anyway,
Definitely. On Mother's Sunday, yeah.
Every day is Mother's Day. Every day is Father's Day when you're a dad.
But also for all the mothers who are watching, we want to wish you a happy Mother's Sunday out around the world. Now, I think questions will be asked about this album, Waiting to Exhale. I was dragged to the cinema by my then girlfriend to watch this, and I figured that it was a nice movie because I think at that point in time in the 90s we were not just spoiled with some great music, but we had a lot of beautiful films, black films that were definitely speaking to the culture, well supported, and doing great at the box office. And this, I don't know if they could do a movie like that today, if it will get the same push and the same type of love that it did back then. But this was Babyface's first journey into production as a solo producer. He was working along, with L.A. Reid. 92 L.A. Reid stepped away to do a face, and it was Babyface and Darryl Simmons. And Babyface said to Darryl, "You know what? I want to do this whole thing by myself." And this was his first effort by himself, and what an album! I'll probably let me start off with you, Lorraine, and then Stevie, then Jackie. What were your thoughts on the album, and did you listen to it at the time it came out or later?
I do remember listening to it when it came out. Of course, my mom and my sisters, everybody was listening to the album. They loved the movie, but I haven't heard the album since I was younger, and I didn't remember all the songs that were on the album. I guess I just remembered some of like the big tracks that came out as singles. So it was really great to listen to it, and then I was like slowly remembering some of the songs that I totally forgot about.
What about you, Stevie?
There's the old, I don't know if you can see that. There's the old DVD. I've got one of these relics from the 90s. They're called DVDs. I don't know if anyone remembers them. But yeah, I do remember the film, and I did enjoy it at the time. But I think to myself now, it's like, imagine an episode of The Muppets with, you'd have Miss Piggy in, and then you'd have Jackie McGee in the episode as a guest, and Lorena as a guest, and this film's about man hating. They don't be sat, Miss Piggy be sat there going, "That goddamn Kermit! I gave him 30 years of my life, and he cheated on me with a pretty young thing. That goddamn where is Kermit?" Imagine in the episode, and Jackie's going, "Yeah, and my man cheated on me as well." And Lorraine, it's like an episode. It really is. It's like an episode of the Muppets. Let's all hate on the men. Let's blow the houses up. You know what I mean? He cheated on me, so we'll set the house on fire. But yeah, what a movie! I mean, a great Angela Blessing. What an actress she is or was. I don't know if she's still acting today, but as for the old CD, what I've realised is what an absolute snooze fest this album is now. Oh my! I mean, check the guy in my background there, sleeping away in the old sleeping bag.
I can't.
Sleeping away after about, when I was compiling my top 10, I'm getting about 1.5 minutes into a track, and I'm like, I'm trying to stay awake here. If you're an insomniac, you get into sleep that night. You go to sleep. This album will put you to sleep, folks. But yeah, okay. Well, there you go anyway. That's my outrageous introduction to this film and soundtrack this evening. Hope you're all well, folks.
If you guys remember the Muppet Show, you can remember Waldorf and the two old white men in the balcony That's where Stevie has just shown his true colors. He's one of
Right.
the
He was
he's
the
about
true
this
judge.
show is
The old Statler. You're talking about Statler and Waldorf now.
yes,
In the
yes,
balcony, top going.
yes. You've just
Yeah.
combined it to both of them.
Yeah.
Jackie, what about you? What did you make of the film and the movie and the soundtrack?
Okay, first of all, let me say this on Stevie's behalf. I really think that they should do a Waiting to Exhale Part 2, but do it from a male perspective. Yes, I do, because women do cheat.
And you know what the script would be about, Jackie? Sorry to interrupt you.
No,
It'd be like all the women, like, you know, doing the money grab. They'd all be doing the money grab on the men now, wouldn't they? Get as much money out of him as it can. You know, these men, these poor guys getting absolutely fleeced by these ladies. That's what the film would be about.
No, it's true. It's true.
All these baddie girls, you know, the ones that chase Chris Brown when he leaves the studio and he goes,
Yes,
up, you know,
yes.
he's on the way, he's coming out of his concert and there's like 200 girls behind him.
All the
Becky money grab.
Yes, all the Becky's running after Chris Brown.
Yeah.
And you know, they want pocketbooks, they want fingernails, they want, you know, they want all the big name, everything. No, they should really do a Waiting to Exhale Part 2, but from a man's perspective, because it would definitely, it would be like the Million Man March. For sure. It would truly be. But as far as this soundtrack and movie, for me, when it came out at a perfect time. But of course, I was in that place where, you know, I love every love song. I went through my hurts and my pains, and I think I dogged a couple of dudes, and a couple of dudes dogged me. So, you know, the songs resonated in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Not my spirit, but in my spirit, in the country way. So, I know, I just think that everything about this soundtrack, some of the songs I wasn't crazy about, and y'all are going to be really surprised for the ones that I did pick as my top 10. You already know. But Stevie probably has nothing for number one, nothing. But yeah, I mean, I think it was a movement. Waiting to Exhale was a movement, you know. So that was the movie you go see with your girls. You get your drink on, and it's like, yeah, that mother effer. You know how we do when we mad, we upset. But yes, I do think that it should be a male version of this movie, and I think it would be out of here. It'd be like the Million Man March, no lie.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I mean, we've had the Best Man's Wedding. We've got the Best Man. We've had The Wood.
The Wood.
Yeah. So we've had. I mean, I actually think about it. Most of the movies of the '90s were very much male centered. Whether it's Jason's Lyrics or Poetic Justice. I mean, they only had a few women's ones, like Set It Off. But a lot of them were male dominated movies and stuff. So it was a nice balance to have with this. And I think it was, you know, I think one of the things I would say is that it was really interesting just to see how Babyface put him, wrote and produced all the songs except I think My Funny Valentine, and you know he studied them. He did. I think he did the score of the film as well, and he really threw himself in this, and did a better job than say what they used to do with say a Boomerang or Soul Food, where he produced one or two songs and then everyone else fits in.
Yeah.
This was really something he says, let me just shape the movie. And I think the soundtrack really helped the movie do extremely well. And then there were tracks that, I think Whitney was initially meant to do most of the songs on it. Yeah. But I don't think she was in that space where she wanted to do most of the songs or wanted to do any song. I think she just wanted to do one and leave. And she was convinced to do, I think, 4 of them, and get the rest on board. But I'm sure I don't think she expected it to blow up as it did. Yes, but during this time, I mean, this was 94. definitely was the golden time, golden era of 90s R&B and stuff around as well. Okay, what did we make of sort of Whitney, is how she was singing, because she had just come off of 2 years prior to this was The Bodyguard, I Would Always Love You. Vocally, was Whitney still at her peak at this time, or was she going downhill?
Ooh, that's a big question now.
Who you asking?
Yeah, well, I threw it off to the panel. Well, do we think vocally Whitney was still, because I Would Always Love You might be
there. She was still there, 94. She was still there, Namdi. She sounds good on these records.
She does.
Yeah.
She was definitely still where she was from the Bodyguard soundtrack. Mm-hmm. You know, Shoop and Why Does It Hurt So Bad and Count on Me are more, you know, they're not powerhouse, you know, songs. They're more, you know, mid to slow tempo songs that, and then she used a lot of her lower register on these, so she didn't have to do a lot of, you know, screaming, but her voice was still, she was still phenomenal at that time. You know, her vocals was bananas, even to the end. I don't care when she got hoarse and she couldn't sing as high as she usually, you know, did. Her voice she still had them pork chops, cornbread, biscuits, everything, gravy, all up in that neck, all up in here. But anyway.
definitely. Okay. So let's us get into it. I mean, we're going to do top 10 because, and I think this is the fun part of doing the top 10. With, I think it had. Let me try and see how many tracks were on this album. It
16.
Had 16, so it's good. So no one would guess our number one. So for those who are just joining us for the first time, what we're going to do is we're going to take our 10 favorites. We're going to start from 10 up to number 1. But when we get to number 1, we're going to count down back up so we can sort of recount. So in the comments, just be putting in what's number 10 for you as we take it in turns to go around and go for our number 10. And I guess I'm going to start. Number 10 for me was, I didn't understand this. It was by probably one of for her generation, one of our unsung great female singers. I think recently she's getting a lot of respect and a lot of shine, more so than she did back in the 90s when she first came out. I think people saw her beauty more than her vocals, and I don't know if her label always had the right type of songs to really push her into the peak that she needed. But this is Chanté Moore, Wave. It's a very straight.
10? You put that number 10.
Hey, Stevie, there's 16 songs on the album. So it's 16 songs on the album. So you have been bashing the whole album. Now you have the nerve to even talk about what somebody put on.
Listen, this album does have a couple of outstanding moments.
Okay.
One of them. That was
interesting to see how you put it in. But so Wave creeps in at number 10. It is made up word by Babyface, probably one of his easiest songs to write, maybe challenging to produce, but that started it on there. So Chanté Moore at number 10 with Wave. Yes. Lorena, what's that number 10 for you?
Number 10 for me was Love Will Be Waiting at Home.
Love will be waiting. Is that Pure Soul? Oh, For Real?
For Real, yes.
I was going to say For Real, yeah.
Yeah. So that came in at number 10. That's actually one of the songs I totally forgot about. But I remember hearing it somewhere else, and it was a song that I do enjoy, but I feel like there's other songs that I remember and made more of an impact for me. So yeah, that comes in at number 10.
Okay.
Sorry, what was your number 10? Sorry. I was distracted. then by. I'm going to tell Jackie what I was distracted by in a minute. But what was your number 10 again?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Oh, Love Will Be Waiting at Home.
Who was that one by?
For real.
Yeah, I was debating whether to put that in my top 10. It's nice. It is nice.
It is nice.
I have to put up the cover. So Hopeful says she's done. Now you put it on number 10. Okay. Stevie, what about you? What's number 10?
I'll just Jackie's. Have you got a new pet trend this evening? Have you started a new trend with some pets?
What you talking about?
Like, I'm just thinking them spiders in your eyes. What's going on? I'm just like, this is two big spider things.
You say caterpillars, but you said spiders.
Oh, I bet keep him out.
Mother's Day, and you're bothering me.
Yeah, I better keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna get.
These songs are written by men like Stevie. You can tell these songs are written.
Yeah. Wow.
These songs are written for men like Stevie.
They're proper baddie girl eyelashes, them, aren't they? Proper baddie girl eyelashes. Hey.
You see how he treat me, Lorena? This is how he treats me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Right, I'll be honest, guys, and ladies, 10 out of 5. I'm really struggling this evening. Really struggling. I mean, to be fair, the whole film, and I think the album itself, is geared for women. It is really geared for women, this. And like you did make a good point, Namdi, about, guys have their own soundtracks with hip hop and R&B. We'd have boxing films, so there's plenty out. So fair enough, you know what I mean? It's one you could take your lady out to a cinema, take her to see this movie and that, and you're getting it that night. She's happy, you know what I mean? You're going home, she's happy that night. You probably get some, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't need to spell it out, but she'd be very, very happy if you took her to a film like this. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get to my number 10. I think mine's a strong top 10, actually. And I was debating to put 3 tracks at number 10. One of them was For Real. The other one was... What was the other one? Oh, I can't remember. I was falling asleep. But it was Faith Evans, Kissing You, has made my number 10.
Okay.
Just about stayed awake for this one. I don't know. Just about stayed awake.
At least you got a number 10. At least you got a number 10.
The chorus is nice. It is nice. The chorus is nice. I'll give it that.
Okay. Jackie, what's number 10 for you?
I'm not even going to say nothing, Stevie. I'm going to wait till I get to that one.
Yes.
My number 10 is, you know what? I am so crazy. I put Shanna's name and didn't put the name of the song. Oh gosh, what was the name of Shanna's song?
How could you call her baby?
How could you what?
Call her baby.
How could you what?
Call her
How
baby.
could you call her baby?
Oh, how could you call her baby? Okay, that's what I
How
thought.
could you fall asleep halfway through the track?
Well, you know what? Okay, so this is my number 10, and the reason why it's my number 10 because I like this song and I wanted it to make my top 10. Because Robin and Whitney was managing her.
Oh,
and
okay.
That's when she was getting her little start. So, Whitney got her on the soundtrack, and I thought that was beautiful that she did that because at the time, my kid's dad, Mark Dorsey, he was being managed by Robin and Whitney as well. So that's how I found out about Shanna. But I like her. I liked her. I liked her vibe. She did have a little Whitney vibe to her voice. I don't think that this was the greatest song from Babyface. No, not at all. Because it was it was dragging a little bit. Like the tempo to me was dragging a little bit. It could have been a little, more. We could have put the speed up to it a little bit, and maybe that would have gave it a better flow. But I like a vocal on it, and I like the song. I like what the song said. So, that's my girl for me, number 10.
Yeah, it's a pity that she didn't pick on from this, but I would say that song was the most typical Babyface song. It just sounded so, like he's the storytelling. It just felt so Babyface.
Yeah.
The way it's structured, I'm like, this is. If somebody just says, of all the songs, that was probably the one that I knew that Babyface was involved with. Love, as I said, it was a beautiful song. It didn't make my top 10 because it just felt so Babyface. But I just wondered, why didn't we hear anything off her after this?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to her in the, her situation.
If Whitney was at this time, 94, Whitney was so big that she could have got Clive, look, we need to sign her on my Nippy record and a label and let's do stuff. But I don't know.
She was with Nippy. She was signed to them. She was.
Yeah, but Nippy didn't have a label or anything. She didn't come up with,
no,
she wasn't.
I think it was just management, whatever they had going on. So you're right. She could have, and really, she didn't need to do a deal. She could have just did a small distribution deal just to put her
She's selling all these. She just done The Bodyguard.
Yeah,
selling the biggest selling soundtrack ever. They could have said, look, as part of my money, let's launch a label. Let's get that. But yeah, okay. Number 9 for me might surprise some people, and I think this is. Based on the fact that I've been listening to the songs, the album, and at the time when it came out, I really did like it. I was really a fan. But there are other songs in this top 10 for me that have that I prefer more at this point and this time, and that is Miss Brandy, Sitting Up in My Room at number 9. Sitting Up in My Room at number 9, yes.
Number 9.
It's at number 9. I think,
I'm surprised at you. I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, as I said, it's going through the album. I really, I've moved a lot of things around.
Get the yellow card out now. Just get a yellow card out.
Yeah, Zay has it at number 9 as well. It's just it's different. Look, I remember when this album came out. I remember working in I was in university in '94. I was in Milwaukee when this album came out. So I remember it on the radio. I remember owning it. I remember watching it. So I was living in it. And what would have been a number 1 and 2 from back, number 1, 2, and 3 from back then is quite different from listening to it today and stuff. So, yeah.
Brandy, well, that means 9. Then you've got some real snooze festers in your top 5.
No, I've got some real...
You've got some real snooze festers now in your top 5, Namdi.
Yeah, well, there's 16 songs, so it's interesting to see what makes it.
You probably picked 2 of the fastest tracks on it already.
Okay, Lorena, what's the number 9 for you?
Number 9 for me, this was hard. It kept moving in different spots, but this is where it landed. So I still think it's crazy, but we'll just go with it. It's gonna be Kissing You by Faith Evans. Ooh. I really like that song, but I don't know why. It just, in the end, before I logged on, it landed at number 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
worth a pick.
That's not terrible.
Yeah,
it's not, but before it was like higher up on the list because I really do like the song. But yeah, that's where it landed. But I really do. I love how like she sang this song. So yeah, that's number 9.
For number 9, I'll be honest, I can't remember listening to this back then, and I have listened to it over the last couple of weeks. It's nice. It's a nice track. I don't even know who this girl is. She's just called Shauna, and it's called How Could You Call Her?
But Jackie has just been talking about her.
Well, whoever she is, I don't know who she is. I'm too distracted by Jackie Spiders this evening. You know what I mean? So, just too distracted. It's just. But anyway, that's fine. It's just another nice track. Again, struggling to stay awake after about a minute and a half. I had to put some at number 9, and that's what's fell there. So Sean, I don't know if she made any more. Did she make any more records after this? Because I remember a rapper that got signed to Def Jam called Shauna in the early 2000s, but I don't know. She made it. It's just nice. That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
You missed the whole thing we were talking about
Yeah, I
that.
did. Yeah.
Duh. We
Yeah.
said that she was signed to Whitney and to Robin. They
Right.
managed her. And that's how she, ended up on the soundtrack.
Okay.
I got to sneeze. Whew. I'm trying not to sneeze because.
So you're
Is
next.
it my turn?
Yeah.
My number 9, y'all gonna be surprised. Toni Braxton, Let It Flow.
Wow.
That one, I mean, don't get me wrong, because it did make my top 10. I love, and to be fair, Shantae Moore's song did not make my top 10.
What?
No, it did not. No, it did not. Let It Flow. Don't get me wrong, because I love me some Toni Braxton's lows. I love her lows. But I just thought that, it's one of them songs you just put on and drink your wine in the house. And that's it. Like it wasn't a sexy song to me. You know what I mean? It was let it flow, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Baby, I'm mad, I was like, okay, Toni, we get your lows. I'm with you, boo. But nah, that's my number 9.
Okay. That was a good song, but anyway.
We back
Okay.
to you, Mandy.
All right. That's your number 9. Okay. Let me get to number 8. It's number 8. Number 8. So I think what has changed from 94, 95, 96 is how much I'm appreciating some of the singers today. And I'm surprised that this particular song by this artist made it this high. But there was something about how she delivered the track, and I think there was an appreciation just for her greatness and how she just restrained herself in singing this. And that's Miss Patty, My Love, My Sweet Love. Because Patty can belt it out, but she just felt controlled in this song. And there was just something pleasant about how she was singing and delivered the song that I just appreciated. And I thought I needed to acknowledge that and put that up in my top 10. So Patti LaBelle, My Love, My Sweet Love. Beautiful track.
That was a beautiful song.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry now.
We're at number 8.
Number 8, yes.
So for number 8, I went with SWV, All Night Long.
What?
What? What are you talking about, Willis?
That's so good, that record. That's so good.
I know. It is a good record. It was sampled by Bryson Tiller and everything. I love the record, but it comes in at number 8 for me.
Oh, that's a yellow card for you.
He's blocking everybody.
Yes.
What, Stevie, you think it should have been higher?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Definitely.
Oh my gosh. Yes, he is. Oh man.
Man, you didn't even put Shantae Moore in your top 10. I'm just stunned by that. That record's got Patrice Rushen playing on it. No, it doesn't.
And I love Patrice. Don't get me wrong.
No, it's not.
Patrice Rushen is my girl.
With the credits there. But anyway, shameless plug time here. I'm sorry, I've got to mention this because I hope some of you will join me on Tuesday evening on my channel. I did try to get Namdi to do this interview with me, but he just suddenly froze. He was like, so I thought, Namdi's not giving me an answer here. I've been waiting a week, so I'll have to do the goddamn interview myself. And I'm really excited about it. The guy's called Alexander. That's his new name at the moment, The Alexander. But you might know him back in the 80s and early 90s as Mickey Blue. He was signed to EMI, major label. He had an album out. He had a bit of a hit called I Promise. And he made a bunch of albums throughout the 90s. Really good soul new jack artist. I know him as Mickey Blue. Well, I'll be going live with him UK time at 8 p.m. on my channel. Hope you can all join me for my debut interview on my channel live. Thank you, please. You never know, if it takes off, I might be stealing Lorena from you now, because you already stole her from me, and I might be stealing Jackie. You know, it could happen. I might, you know, we'll see. Anyway, my number 8 is Sonia Marie, which sounds like a very smooth jazz track. And I stand corrected. This is the track that's got Patrice Rushen playing on it. It's a spoken word track. I'll be honest. You can take the spoken word nonsense out of the track for me. Take her out and just leave like the singing chorus in and Patrice Rushen's playing, and you got a lovely smooth jazz track. But unfortunately, we got to put up with this spoken word, and it you know, it won't go down well in the Muppets episode. But anyway, Sonia Marie, and I gave my love to you is at my number 8. Thank you, please.
People might be tuning in thinking, is there an episode of Grumpy Old Men? And yes, it does sound like it. It is like that. Okay,
You got crickets on that.
But I like how he like drops the mic after each one.
Right, Lorena. You got crickets on that one.
Crickets. Listen, don't talk about crickets when you got spiders in your eyes.
That was number 8 for you.
My number 8, and everybody's gonna be like, no.
Well, let's see.
My number 8 is, which, let me say this first before I say the name. I thought that this person did a great job. It played so much that I started hating it. Not gonna lie. And that is Not Gon Cry. If I heard that one more daggone time, I was gonna lose my entire mind. Because it was like, okay, it's one thing to, and it's not Mary J's fault or anything like that. Mary, I think she did a great job on the song, for 100%, great job. But it's the fact that, you know, when we have these female movies and, you know, we crying and carrying on, I don't want to sing that 1,300 times, you know, with your secretary. And 11 years out of my life, I should have left your ass 1,000 times, whatever she's saying. I'm like, and then she said, I'm not going to cry. But we had to hear it on the radio 25 million times. So I was done with I'm Not Gonna Cry. I love the song, but it just, I got sick of it quick. So that's my number 8. That's my number 8. But I love you, Mary.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It's a real sleep fest, that record. It really is.
Ben's in the same way. Next album was so slow. Even the DVD menu was like, are you sure you want to continue? Vincent. I would say, Jackie, that song in '94, when the album came,
Benson's Day. You should be thanking Benson's Day. He's topping up your account, Namby. He's buying you a drink there.
I would say that when that particular song came out, let me just double check. 95. That was probably the biggest song on the album. And I remember that was probably my favorite song on the album back when it first came out. And I think over the last 10 years, it's probably because Mary's had so much other stuff. It's probably got overplayed, so it did affect where it is on my chart. But I can understand listening to it now compared to then. But back then, loved the track. It was so much Angela Bassett. It was her story, the whole thing, and it was just a perfect song for the scene, for the character, and she played it well. But number 6 for me, number 7 for me is the title track of the album. Excel, Shoop. Whitney Houston. that got in there. I think I just loved how well she sang, and I think knowing how sadly she went down, her vocals just started going down, um, and we didn't get to appreciate and hear much more of her excellent vocals. So, I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh man, this is golden era Whitney, and not putting too much strain on her vocals and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. Number 7, Whitney's Exhale, Shoop, 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 Shoop. Okay.
Her vocals are good on
Salt
it.
and Pepper did a bit of shooping. Mind you, we better not talk about Salt and Pepper when Jack is here. Sorry, Lorena. Sorry.
Okay. Oh. Number 7, you guys, don't kill me. I know this is probably like a favorite among people that love the album. And I think what happened is that I know Stevie's going to say there's a lot of slow songs. There's a lot of like songs about hurt. And I think after a while, I was just like, I need something different. But so number 7 is Why Does It Hurt So Bad by Whitney Houston.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Okay. We're not mad at you for that, though.
Still a great song, but I think just because I was listening to a lot of the songs after, and
Yeah.
then, like I need to switch it up. So
Okay.
You needed a cigarette after.
Yeah, how do you manage to stay awake listening to that one?
I love slow songs, so I'm the girl there with the lighter. Okay, I don't have a sleeping bag. I have a lighter. I'm with the tears. I love a good slow song.
Yeah,
That's what
that's why we both love the Brian McKnight album, Stevie.
Yeah, well, that Brian McKnight's only Goodbye My Love on it. I think it was 2 tracks that I
The
liked.
whole album is fire.
Oh.
The whole album. Anyway, Steve, what's your numbers?
Number 7 at first, it wasn't going to make my top 10. Then it creeped in at top number 10, and I thought I'm going to get crucified if I put this at number 10. So I've pushed it as far forward as I can. I can't get any further than number 7. And it's not gonna sleep. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm not gonna sleep all night. Got Mary J. Blige at number 7 with Not Gonna Cry. Oh dear, what a sleep fest this record is. Dear me. Number 7. I can't get it. I'm sorry, I can't get any further than it wasn't even in my chart at one point. How's it even got in the chart? It's so sleepy, sleep fest. No. To be fair, though, I'll tell you what Babyface did on this album. That in terms of production, he did change his sounds up. There's a lot of keyboard, and there's some interesting sounds going on in the production work of this album, which I did find pretty interesting. But he just doesn't get past he don't get past 40 BPMs a minute. This guy, you know what I mean? It's like, how does he stay awake in the studio? How does he stay awake?
See, you've got to go back to 95 and this 95, 96. The jams, Changing Faces came out with all slow songs. This was,
They need to change it from slow jams to sleep jams. That's what these compilations should be called, Namdi.
As I said,
the
drop your Stevie here.
The top 50 sleeping jams.
We need some Boney M disco to keep him awake. Okay. Yeah. Jack, what about you? What's number 7?
My number 7 is My Funny Valentine, Shaka.
Okay.
That's my song. I thought she did a great rendition of My Funny Valentine for the movie. Like the way she did it, it was perfect for the movie. Yeah. Perfect for the movie. Just like you said, Mary J singing Not Gonna Cry was perfect for the movie, especially for the scene. It was perfect. Perfect. Yeah, that was my number 7, Shaka. My Funny Valentine.
Okay.
I should have really chose that instead of Mary J, because it is. She sounds really, vocals great on that, and it does feel like a soundtrack song, doesn't it? The whole vibe of it. It could even be in a James Bond movie. That track. In one of
Which
the
one? My Funny Valentine?
Yeah, in one of the love scenes where he's at the bar with his, with his what's that famous drink he has with the
Vodka
little,
martini.
yeah, that's the one. I can see it in the James Bond film. That.
Okay. Before I get to number 6, it's amazing to see that the Michael movie has now passed 570 million worldwide.
It's at what?
570 million.
Wow.
In 3 weeks.
Wow.
And it hasn't opened in Japan, which is its second biggest market.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Yeah, and and people were, people were dogging it out, and we have someone like Benson who has gone to see it 7 times. But there's a lady in my workplace who's seen it 6 times, and she is going next week to see it for another 2 or 3 times. And they're picking out scenes in the movie. So it's 7. Yeah, so the legacy of Michael seems to live on. So yeah, if you've not seen it, guys, go ahead and watch it and join the celebration. So that as they get ready for part 2. Number 6 for me is as I said earlier on, this song came out and they put it on. Let me see now. When does this do? When does this song? When did this album come out? They came out. It wasn't put on this album. It was put on her follow-up album. So Mary's Not Gonna Cry. As I said, it was probably my favorite song on the album back in '95 when it first came out. It was just because I really loved Angela Bassett's. Loved her character. They made her husband look like a smart, he's sleeping, cheating on his secretary and everything. But you felt for her. She had just done the Tina movie, What's Love Got to Do with It? So I was still sort of a massive fan of Angela Bassett, and then seeing how she is, and then she did played Katherine Jackson in The Jacksons' American Dream. So she was this was her peak. So when she was doing this character, I was like, oh man, so this guy did this to you? So the song captured the whole scene and her character, and it was such a big song. I think it did, as Jackie said, it got played and played and played. That actually, I think it's really sort of a fatigue with it. But still probably one of the most popular songs on the soundtrack at number 6 for me.
Well, I thought that was going to be your number 1, Namdi. I'm really surprised. I thought that was a dead nailed on number 1 for you. That.
No, I was, as I said, 95, it would have been number 1. But times have changed and stuff. Jehad says, as a grown man, I got up and danced at a movie theater from the Michael movie.
Yes.
I love that. Not?
Yeah, what was your number 6?
Number 6 is Mary J. I'm not gonna cry.
Oh, Not Gonna Cry was your number 6. Okay.
Yeah, number 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Lorena, what's the number 6 for you?
I'd have to agree with you, Namdi. My number 6 is Not Gonna Cry, Mary J. Blige. That came in at number 6 for me. So same thing. I think it's like one of the most popular songs on the album. I think if you did kind of like a word association or song association, a lot of people would name that song when you talk about this album. But again, it is played a lot. But it's such a big impact when it was when it did came out, especially the video, like the look that she had.
Yeah.
That they put
black lipstick in there.
Yeah, exactly. I think it made such a cultural impact, so you can't really deny the song, but it got played a lot.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
it did.
Hopeful's accent does radio determine your number 1 back then. It was airplay, it was sales, and they adjusted it from sales to airplay and sales back then, and video play as well. They did whatever they wanted to manipulate things. Speaking of that, Mary is finishing up her residency, and she did bring Babyface to come and sing this song on stage. But people are she's getting slated for getting a massive chair and sitting down, and it's like, oh, it's singing like she's half asleep, and tell the audience, go ahead, sing the song, and it's so
I think she needs a rest. She's been, since she dropped the album, she's been really busy, hasn't she? Doing videos, tours, you know, I think she needs a rest now. She's
in a residency, though. So.
Yeah, and like a resident, you know, she dropped 2 albums literally back to back. She needs a rest.
Okay. Before you get to number 6, Jack, this is a question for you from Tone. It says, a question for Jackie. When did you first hear about Teddy's third group, Blackstreet, back in '93?
When did I hear about Blackstreet?
Yeah.
I heard about Blackstreet before, right when Teddy had started working on the project. I knew he was working on it wasn't Guy. I knew that. I knew, you know, it was a new group that he was doing. And then, like, I was out on the road and stuff, so I wasn't really paying attention to Blackstreet like that. But Dave Hollister is one of my brothers, and I remember him telling me when I was singing with Toto, Toto's manager, Toto, the rock group Toto. For the people that don't know it, I'm not talking about Total, the R&B group. I'm talking about Toto, Toto, the ones that sing Africa, Hold the Line, Rosanna. When I was singing with them, their management team was managing Dave Hollister, and I didn't know. And Dave surprised me and came to one of the shows that we were doing. He just came out on the stage. But Dave told me then that Teddy wanted him to sing with Blackstreet. And the first thing I told him was, make sure your paperwork is right. Make sure your paperwork is right. And I was like, and let, you know, Mark Hartley and Larry Fitzgerald, let them do your contract. Let them make sure your contract stuff is good. Because that was Toto's managers, and they were really, really, really good managers. So I was like, just make sure you get, you know, Heartless and Larry Fitzgerald to make sure your stuff is good, and you'll be good with Blackstreet. But other than that, I wasn't, you know, I love Blackstreet. I love the music, all of that for sure. But I didn't, I heard when Teddy first started working with the idea of doing Blackstreet, but then after they came out, you know, the members started changing, and I was like, well, who's next? And who's still there? You know, and I knew Mark Middleton.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it. That's it.
Okay.
Wow.
Stevie.
We're to number 6, aren't we?
Yeah.
This record actually sounds like a Tony Rich record. I thought, is this written by Tony Rich? It's got a real Tony Rich vibe to it. I don't listen to it a lot, but it has stood the test of time. You know, it sounds good now. And it has been recently reissued. All her albums got reissued in February on vinyl. On top of Tony Braxton, Let It Flow at number 6.
You think it sounds like a Tony Rich record?
Yeah, it's got a Tony Rich feel to it.
Yeah, it does. Let me see when he came out.
I thought it might have been written by him.
Tony Rich,
by Babyface.
Nobody Knows. Let me see, 96. Wow. So Babyface wasn't really complimentary of Tony Rich's Nobody Knows. Wow. Because everyone kept saying that it sounded like Babyface, and but okay. I mean, we need to be mindful. But then this song came out a year after Tony Braxton stuff, but it has some similarities, and that's probably why a lot of us thought it was Babyface stuff. Okay. Nobody knows. Yeah, very good. Okay, Jackie, what about you?
This is number 6?
Yes.
Stevie.
Is it a red card this, or is it yellow? Let's see, or is it?
He's already gonna be like, no. Okay, so it's the Putting You to Sleep sexy song, Kissing You by Faith Evans.
Ooh, that got pretty high in your chart.
Love that song. And I thought that where it was in the movie was great.
Yeah.
I love to hear it because Faith sings so sensual and sexy on that song. And nothing is better than, because I'm a romantic person. Like, I love romance. And nothing is better than somebody saying, kissing you. Come on, you're a dude. You're supposed to want to hear a woman say what kissing you is all about. And that's what she's saying. And it is beautiful. And that's my number 6. Stevie.
Hey, listen, I did number 10. Lorena had it number 9. We got it in there. It's in there. It made the top 10. I wonder if Namdi's going to include it in his. We shall see.
Oh, he's going to put it on you, Namdi, to see if he's going to leave it out.
Well, we're in our top 5, and this was a. Oh, did I remove that? Oh goodness, I thought that was going to be. I didn't realize that my number 11 and 10 should have switched. Anyway, at number 5 is. I mean, getting this woman to sing and deliver this song, it gives you a level of conveying emotion for those of us who weren't old enough when she was at her best. So hearing Aretha Franklin sing "It Hurts Like Hell," and you know it's. I wonder how the recording session was, because I remember Daryl Simmons saying that when he was recording Aretha, he was just watching and felt too afraid to tell her what to do, because it was like Aretha, and she was like, "Look, you're the producer. You need to produce this track." And so I had that image, just the way she delivered the song, and I'm sure Babyface was like, "Yep, great." But yeah, I've celebrated Patty and I've celebrated Aretha for this, but I loved how she delivered the song. I loved the emotion she carried with it, and I can understand why she is the queen of R&B. What was her title? Was it the Godmother or Queen of R&B and Soul? I can't remember.
Aretha Queen of Soul.
Queen of Soul. Yeah, you can just tell. You know, she just delivered it. It just felt comforting listening to her deliver that track. So it's at number 5. It Hurts Like Hell. Yeah. Maria, what about you?
For number 5, I think Namdi were twins today, because that's what I got at number 5. I feel like it's the real theme song for Angela Bassett's character. I feel like this got played a lot with her scenes, and I just feel like this song just reaches down into your soul, and you just feel exactly what she's singing. Even though you may not have experienced it or not going through it at the time, it really just takes you into that space. Mm-hmm. So this is one of my favorite songs off of the album. So I have It Hurts Like Hell at number 5.
Wow.
Twinsies.
Oh, why that crap? Well, spoiler
we
alert.
We don't know which your number 5 is going to be.
Well, spoiler alert, that didn't even make my top 10.
See what I'm talking
about? Not surprised.
Right. I had to pick a track from Whitney Houston. There's 3 tracks on this album, and I'm like, which one do I pick? Why Does It Hurt So Bad was just too slow, too sleepy for me. The one with to be fair, the one with CeCe Winans' vocal on Count on Me is incredible. I mean, really, oh gosh, what a voice she has. But again, it was just too candle in the wind for me. So I didn't pick that one. And eventually I went with Shoop Shoop Exhale. I did actually buy it as a single. And the reason I bought it as a single, because it had a brilliant B-side track, Dancing on a Smooth Edge, which never got released on any of her albums. If you're not, again, I do always bang on about Dancing on a Smooth Edge. It's one of the best Whitney songs she ever did for me. But anyway, number 5, it's a good track. It is a very good track, this. And it's, it is the title-ish of the album, so I've gone with that. Okay. I've gone with number 5. I mean, it's a safe bet, that, isn't it? Number 5, I think. A safe bet.
Okay. Jackie, what about you?
My number 5 is Shoop, Shoop, Shoop.
There you go.
Now, it could have been higher on my list, but the ones that I have higher, I really believe that they should be there. So Shoop is number 5 for me. Shoop just had that, when you heard Shoop was like, you get drunk with your girlfriend, and after y'all done talk stuff about every dude that did you wrong or whatever, at the end of it, we all happy and we singing Shoop, and we drunk and toe up and we all singing Shoop. And then they got to spend the night because none of them could get home. But yeah, I love Shoop. Shoop is my number 5. Are we twinsies? Were we twinning, Stevie?
Mm-hmm.
So Lorena and Namdi was twinning, and me and you was twinning.
Yeah, I've got the old double sleeping bag out.
I knew you was gonna say something.
Yeah, the old double sleeping bag ready.
It's terrible.
Yeah, well.
No. Track. Let me see what I had for number. Where we at now? Number 4. Yeah, so when I was listening to this album to prepare for this, and I listened to this track, and I remembered, and this album came out. I was in my sophomore, junior year of university, and I just moved to Milwaukee. And so I was with we had a group of friends around this time, and when we used to go out into college kids, we would first drink at home, so that it meant that when we go to the bar, we don't have to spend as much.
Right.
And so I was in Milwaukee, so it was Miller Lite, and I remember one of my friends, his name was Melissa. He would always just say, "Come on, let's we'll ask who wants more," and he keeps saying, "Yeah, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow." So because of this track, and so I was listening to it, and I remembered that story, and I laughed, and I said, "Oh, let me even check what's up with Melissa, because he lives in Chicago. I hadn't spoken to him in a number of years." So I said, "Oh, let me check if he's even on Instagram and stuff." So I searched, and unfortunately, I saw his obituary. Ooh. And it really hit me hard. It still does, because he was a very dear friend from when I moved to Alabama, and when I moved to Wisconsin, he was in both the universities I went to, and then I found out that he passed away 4 years ago, and so it was just a shock to find that out. But as I said, this song by Toni Braxton, "Let It Flow," was always synonymous from us. There was a group of us, and we just used to, when we were drinking, and someone says, "Okay, who are you still drinking?" And he was just singing, "Let it flow, kind of thing. And that was our signal. So you had to keep it coming. So yeah. But anyway, so
that's a nice story, that, Namdi. That's a nice story.
It was sad. As I said, it was just a connection. I just said, "Oh my goodness." So. But Toni Braxton...
Mate, is there anywhere in America you haven't been? Because you always mention, like, a new place.
Everywhere.
Right. Everywhere in America.
He lived everywhere in the United States, probably except Idaho.
No, so I lived in Selma, Alabama, Milwaukee, finishing university, and then Los Angeles. But then in between, I mean, moving around. But those are my 3 kind of places and stuff. But so Toni Braxton, and it does. I listened to it, and it does remind me of the Toni Rich's "Nobody Knows" track as well. Yes, that's it. Number 4. Yeah, Lorena, what's about you?
What number are we at? Number 4?
Number 4.
Oh, so number 4, I have the title track "Exhale, Shoop Shoop" by Whitney. That comes in at number 4 for me.
Yes.
Okay. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it definitely was. Okay.
We can only imagine what Stevie's is going to be.
Oh yeah, because we're getting.
I might have to snatch off my eyelashes for his number 1.
Well, to be fair, the next 4 tracks are the only 4 tracks that I used to play a lot on this album. So we're getting to the real business end, this where, yes, finally we've got 4 big tracks here coming in. So
okay, go ahead. So what's it, number 4 for you?
Number 4, my head starts bobbing. Finally, we've got a track where my head's going. It's not the best track. It's not the best track they ever did. Not the best track. An old T-Boz. I can't honestly, God bless her soul. She's not here now. But a rap Left Eye. I stand corrected. Left Eye. A rap isn't very good on this record. It's like she almost. I listened to the rap and I think she just run in the studio, dropped to 16 bars and then ran back out again and got on the road somewhere like she was. And I don't even know if the group was separated by then, but it really does sound like that. But this is how it works. Again, you can bob your head to this. I'm like, finally, we got somewhere to bob your head to. TLC, This Is How It Works makes my number 4. I do like that record. 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 for me, that record.
I knew you were going to put it up there. Okay.
Jackie's screwing up her nose there, like.
That song didn't even make my top 10.
Well, what can I say?
You was just looking for something to make your head bop. You was looking for something to make your head bop because you was tired of being sleepy. That's all that was. Because that song was not good.
I need something with a pulse, Jackie. I need something with a pulse going on.
Okay. What did
my
you
number
do?
4? My number 4 is Sitting Up in My Room. Hey, think about you. Now, to me, that gives you a little head bop.
Definitely.
Okay, you didn't say that one yet, so that might be good. I might have to take my lashes off. I might have to take the lashes off when you. Oh, I'm waiting. Let's go.
You can hide them in your hairdo. The hairdo you construct in there. You can hide them in there as well.
You're gonna stop talking about my hair and my lashes down.
Okay. Top 3 now. Top 3.
Oh dear.
I really love this song, and I didn't appreciate it as much back then. But I gave it a lot of respect listening to it now, and I thought, how come this song is not on their set list? It's almost as if this song was recorded and it's on the soundtrack and it's about it. But SWV's All Night Long is up there with one of their best songs. Just the vibe of it. I'm surprised that they didn't make more out of this song, because it was just such a beautiful delivery, and it's interesting to see how they can sound the same, whether it's Brian Alexander Morgan, whether it's Babyface, whether it's Timbaland and Missy. They just know how to keep the essence of SWV's sound, and I love this All Night Long. They should have done it on. They did it in their verses when they did verses, and they didn't even sing it. They just played it in the back, and I'm surprised that they just didn't. They didn't sing it because it was such a beautiful song. There must be something in there, but it was a beautiful song. So number 3, SWV, All Night Long.
Okay.
A great track.
Yeah.
It's in your top 3, Namdi.
It's in my top 3. Lorena, what's number 3 for you?
Number 3 for me is a song that throughout the years, I guess, grew on me because I was so young when this came out. But I really do love this song. There's two singers that did a rendition of this during the pandemic that I love, that I play all the time. So it's Count on Me by Whitney and CeCe.
Wow.
So is it the Tamia and
Deborah Cox? Shout out to my Canadian queen.
Oh, yeah. Canadian black girls. Yes, I forget they're both Canadian. Okay.
They killed that. They did a great job.
Yes, I would love to see them do that live, like together. I think that would be insane.
Me too, Lorena. I'm with you. Oh my gosh.
If we ever do our top 10 favorite female singers, Tamia is in my top 10.
Me too.
Yeah, I love me some Tamia too. I do.
Her
I
vocals,
really love Tamia.
Yes, from when she came out with "You Put a Move in My Heart," that's when I just said, "Wow, vocally, Okay.
Yeah, I love my Tamia.
I agree.
Love her.
Okay, Stevie.
Lorena, you're going to run out of candles here, the way you're picking these tracks. You're going to run out of candles in the air.
But maybe I blow the candles out and,
Yeah, have to relight them again.
You never know.
Yes. My number 3 is, I'll agree with Namdi. I got, it sounds like an SWV track. Doesn't sound like a Babyface track. Yeah. But it's a great, that is a good slow jam. It's not a snooze fest. That is a slow jam. And it's very overlooked. I don't hear anyone play that record, to be quite honest, because there's so many other SWV tracks.
Yeah, they've got a massive catalog. Yeah.
But number 3 for me, All Night, SWV.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Miss Jackie McGee.
My number 3 is a slow one. And it's a great one. And I think that her vocals were phenomenal on this song. And that's Miss Whitney Houston, Why Does It Hurt So Bad?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And when you listen to Whitney, when you listen to it now, Whitney's voice is just phenomenal, was just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. I don't care if she sung ABCs, and she'd tear that up too. Just phenomenal. But that was my number 3.
I would say that listening to this album, it almost hit me that, well, how come she's gone?
Right.
Yeah.
This was the first time in a while that I just realized that, man, she went so soon. It doesn't seem right. And, we talk about Michael, Prince, and Whitney, and it's like, it's hard to imagine that, we don't sustain our great artists. They don't get the longevity that other genres do. But I think when I listened to her this time, I just realized she had gone. Okay. So, number 2 for me, I actually had this at number 1 for a minute, and it just got pipped just when I did my last draft. And you guys didn't really rate this song, but "Love Will Be Waiting at Home" by For Real.
Wow.
Somebody did. Didn't
I put it at 10.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, they know what I'm saying. They didn't rate it. I just love the vocals on this. I love the story of it, and I thought, okay, Babyface did his thing with this stuff. I can't remember what track did For Real have? Did they have a? Because I'm confusing them with Pure Soul. Did they?
They had a track called "You Don't Want to Miss," which was a pretty big clubby R&B track at the time. You Don't Want to Miss. But they had 2 tracks. Well, I can't remember what the other one was. They had 2 big tracks at the time. They're getting played a lot.
Yeah, I just love the I love the story. I love the. It felt emotional. It almost felt like they one of them got cheated on, and they were just like, yeah, let me sing this. I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so it was a coming in at number one for a long time, and then just at the last minute got pipped by another track. But yeah, Love Will Be Waiting at Home. What a beautiful track. And number two. Yes. Actually, okay, Lorena, what's
Number two. Wow, Mandy.
Yeah. Number two for me, this was like my favorite song because I was obsessed with this artist as a kid. So this was like a song that I would listen to all the time, which is Sitting Up in My Room by Brandy.
Yeah.
I remember the video because I was just literally obsessed. So that is my number two because I still listen to this song till this day.
Yeah, that's a great choice. Great choice.
Yes. That's a great choice, Lorena. We like that too.
Yes.
We like that.
Well, I got the track at number 2, which Namdi had at number 10, which I'm stunned didn't even make. I mean, Shantae Moore, Way You. I mean, this just come out of nowhere. This track, so different. It's like a modern.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's like it's got a modern day like rare groove feel to it. Just the mid tempo floats along. Oh, I love this track back then. Got a lot of play on like soul, especially soul radio in the UK as well. A lot of the soul DJs used to play this. It's like a choice cut from this album. So I heard it a lot back then. And it's always been one of my favourites from this CD. So yeah, Shantae Moore, very strong track. Very strong for me. Number 2. Way You. Come on, Jack. You need to listen to that.
Go ahead and sing it. Go ahead and sing it.
You need to listen to that track again.
That's high on the list. That's high on the list.
You know.
High on the list. I'm looking at my daughter like, where are you going? So you know I had to do that mother turn, like, wait. My number 2, and Namdi and Lorena, you already had this song on the list. And what you guys said about this song was the truth from the heavens. When this woman sung this song, every soulful part of the anything that you needed to feel in this movie, you felt when, as soon as she said the "oh baby," soon as she said it, "oh baby," you were like, wait a minute. And then when she goes, "Love was always supposed to be something wonderful to me," I was like, wow. When I tell y'all, that is my number 2, and it could have been my number 1. Because this Hurts Like Hell is my favorite song on the whole soundtrack.
Wow.
My favorite song. But I made it my number 2 because I had another favorite one. But that, to me, pulled out everything. First of all, of course, I played it when I was going through my own little drama and crying. And you say, Aretha, she just made everything sound good. But to me, like Lorena said, when Angela Bassett is going through and that song is playing, and it does. It hurts like, come on. And it hurts like hell. Come on. That's the way it is. That's what
Us men are terrible, aren't we? We're terrible as men, aren't we? The way we treat these women. Terrible.
Terrible, Steve.
Terrible we are.
Yeah.
No, that's my number 2.
But I had to respect the legends, Shaka, Aretha, and Patty, how they delivered, and they showed these youngins how to deliver.
Yes, they did.
Songs. Yeah, but I think for me, Aretha, I was just like, wow, because as I said, I only caught onto her late. I think the first song I listened to was when she was on the Blues Brothers film, and then when she did the stuff with George Michael. and a few other tracks, but this one I just thought, wow, the way she just made it her own and stuff, and the storytelling. And this is where Babyface was just like, okay, he's in his element, be able to deliver. So yeah, very good choice. All right, so we're at the point where I'm going to. I don't even know if I should. Yeah, well, I mean, I did rate it from 16 all the way up to 1. I had number 16. Yeah, for me, if this is a candle in the wind moment, it is Count on Me, Whitney and CeCe. Count on me. It reminded me of the Prince of Egypt. You will know when she's telling Mariah. The fella Babyface just took the same formula and did the Prince of Egypt stuff. I had 15. I don't know. You guys rated this song quite high. I found it a little bit boring. It was Faith Evans Kissing You. So that's at 15. And Sonia with And I Give You My Love. The lot of spoken words reminded me of PM Dawn, with all the talking in there. 13. This Is How It Works, TLC. Really wasn't. I felt it was kind of missing something. Jana, How Could You Call Her Baby? Babyface track, you could hear it. I don't know. I think my 11 Chaka Khan Funny Valentine was supposed to be number 10, but I missed it up. But Chante More Way at number 10. Brandy Sitting in My Room at number 9. Patti LaBelle, My Love, My Sweet Love at number 8. Whitney's Excel at number 7. Mary's Not Gonna Cry at 6. Aretha Franklin, It's Hurts Like Hell at 5. Toni Braxton's Let It Flow at number 4. SWV Love All Night Long at 3. For Real Love Will Be Waiting at Home. And number 1 for me was the way this woman delivered this track when she was still in her prime, and she conveyed the emotion. Why Does It Hurt So Bad, Whitney Houston. I had to get. I was listening to it and I thought, no, vocally she was just on another level, and the song, the way she's delivered the song. So Whitney at number 1 is unassailable. She was. I think this is when I listened to this track, I just remembered, man, this woman really was the greatest female vocalist that I'd ever heard. And this reminded me of the Whitney that was at her peak compared to her latter years where she couldn't sing and couldn't hit those notes and stuff. But this was classic Whitney, and how she delivered and played her role in the movie as well. We'll always debate about what went wrong, who did what to who, how did she fall. But I just want to be able to remember this great woman, and when she's delivered this song. That's my number 1, Whitney Houston.
Real snooze fester, real bad? Number 1 snooze fester there from Mandy. Wow, you've really lived up to the sleeping bag title tonight, Namdi. Well done, sir.
This is the album, it's the bulk of the album. So, what about you?
I didn't rate all 16 songs.
I just want to go from where you started. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'll start from 12. So 12, as you noticed, it wasn't in my top 10. Sorry, Stevie, but it's Way You with Chante Moore.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
believe it.
That's 12. 11 is My Funny Valentine by Chaka Khan. This was actually, I think, the first rendition of My Funny Valentine that I actually heard or remember hearing. So I really love her rendition. 10, Love Will Be Waiting at Home. Number 9, Kissing You. Number 8, All Night Long. Number 7, Why Does It Hurt So Bad? Number 6, Not Gonna Cry. Number 5, It Hurts Like Hell. Number 4, Exhale. Number 3, Count on Me. Number 2, Sitting Up in My Room. And number 1, this turned into number 1 because I listen to the song more often now than before, which is Let It Flow by Toni Braxton.
Wow.
That's a number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let it flow.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. See, that's catchy, that you know what I mean? That's a catchy one.
Oh, I didn't put you to sleep, Stevie.
Just
it's a beautiful driving song for sure.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
For long distance driving, you put that song on. Yes.
You think
that,
so?
And you put some Norah Jones on too. Yeah.
You don't want to be crashing on that freeway, falling asleep, do you? You know what I mean? You know.
What about you, Stevie? What's your?
I didn't bother with the top 16. I struggled with the top 10. Never mind the top 6. I feel like just starting at number 5 to be quite. Anyway, number 10, Faith Evans, Kissing You. Number 9, Shauna, How Could You Call Her Baby. Number 8, Sonia Marie, And I Gave My Love to You. Number 7, Mary J. Blige, Who's Not Gonna Sleep. Number 6, Toni Braxton, Let It Flow. Whitney Houston, Exhale, Shoop Shoop. TLC at number 4 with This Is How It Works. I wonder if there's any rude connotations to that. Number 3, SWV, All Night. Number 2, Shantae Moore, Way You. A lovely breezy mid-tempo. And number 1, it should come as no surprise to anybody on this podcast, viewing, listening this evening. You bob your head to this, the only upbeat club type track. There was a remix featuring LL Cool J, which gave it a whole different vibe. And it did. Out of 16 tracks in the mid-90s, we needed a track for the clubs, for the R&B clubs. And Brandy gave us one. The biggest revelation about Brandy, though, is she's a bit of a ratchet lady. She's had lots of men. I didn't know. I didn't know this fact, that she's been through a lot of men. She's been through more men than I have women. Let's not talk about that. Brandy's at number 1 with Sitting Up in My Room. Thank you, please.
Well, obviously, you might have got to sit up in the room, huh? To let you tell it. You might have been sitting up in Brandy's room.
Yes.
That's a good number 1.
Yeah.
That's a good number 1. I like that number 1. Actually,
it's a good number 1. You know, it should be top 5. Any of you should all be in your top 5. It's that is such a catchy, really good track.
I had it in my. Sitting Up in My Room was my number 4. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. We here.
I had it at number 2.
You did.
That's right. That's right. You had it at number 2. That's right. See, we were there. We were there.
A disclaimer, folks. I always do this disclaimer. Don't take what I say too seriously, folks. Listeners, viewers out there. It's all for entertainment. It's all for the show. Don't take what I say too seriously. It's all a bit tongue in cheek. All for the fun of the show. Can't get too serious on here, you know. It's Sunday night. We've got to chill out. We've got to have some fun, you know, and that's what I bring. So don't take me too seriously. Thank you, please.
Yeah, I mean, what would be? Oh, so Jackie, yours. Go ahead.
Oh, is it my time? Oh,
yeah.
What did we say the Shauna song was called? I should have wrote it down, but I didn't have a pen.
Oh, How Could You Call Her Baby?
Yeah, How Could You Call Her Baby?
How could you call her baby?
That's that was my number 10. Actually, I would have had a double number 10, and that was Patty and that song. The only reason why I put Shauna in there, because however you say her name, I don't know if it was Shanna or Shauna, because I love the Patty song, but I wanted Shauna to get the shine too, you know, at that time, especially when it came out. I really wanted her to get a little shine because I thought her little voice was cute. My number 9 was Let It Flow. My number 8 was Not Gonna Cry. My number 7 was My Funny Valentine. My number 6 was Kissing You. My number 5 was Shoop Shoop. My number 4 was Sitting Up in My Room. And on behalf of Brandy didn't have a lot of guys. That's not a lot, Stevie. That's not a lot, Stevie. You hear it from my lips to your ears. That's not a lot. We all did a lot in the business, so I got to cover for her a little something. We all did too much. That's all I'm going to say. We all did too much. Number 3, Why Does It Hurt So Bad? My number 2 was Hurts Like Hell, which could have been my number 1. But my number 1 is Count on Me Through Thick and Thin, my friend.
Wow.
When I tell you the vocals on there was bananas, because CeCe, her voice complements Whitney's, and Whitney's complements CeCe's. They sound, it's things that they do with their voices that they sometimes sound alike. And I thought it was a great song for the movie. Definitely for the movie, but as for them being friends as well, because they were close friends, you know, CeCe was Bobby Christina's godmother, and you know, they were really close friends, and I thought that was a great song that they did together. Babyface did a great job, and the vocals were bananas, and it was just a happy, you know, it's just a beautiful song. I can't say happy, but heartfelt. You know, you can count on me always. Through thick and thin, my friends. Come on. Woo-hoo, that was my song. So that was my number 1. Okay.
I knew you was going to pick that one. I that down for you, and Patti LaBelle thought she was going to pick one of them too. Well, I know it's CeCe Winans. It's that vocal. It's just, oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
You know, it's very hard to outshine Whitney Houston. Incredibly hard, but I think she did on that track. I really think she did.
I mean, she didn't outshine her. I thought that they both did amazing on the track. But she did. She was, some of them pork chops was flying out of her throat too.
Well, what was interesting was, if the mainstream obviously at the time heard of Whitney Houston, they probably hadn't heard of CeCe Winans. So
no, because BB and CeCe, yeah, she was big with her brother. I'll take you there.
I'm talking about the mainstream. The main CeCe. No one had heard of CeCe Winans in
not pop music. Yeah, not pop like that, because you know they were gospel.
And thought, wow, yeah, what a voice.
But the R&B, you know, the R&B,
yeah, especially when she was with BB and CeCe, yeah.
Yes, definitely. BB and CeCe was big back then. Like,
and they were getting a lot of flack because they were doing inspirational sort of sound of blackness.
They had them playing in the club.
Yeah, they were like, well, how come you're not singing gospel? And they were like, you know, they were singing inspirational kind of songs, very popular stuff. Anyway, out of a 10, Lorena, what would you give this album?
I would give it a 10. I think it's one of the best soundtrack albums in R&B. So I give it a 10.
Wow. Stevie.
Oh dear. I mean, look at the work, the effort Babyface has put getting this stellar lineup, getting all these female singers with great voices on. I mean, the guy can write a song, and I do respect the fact that the production, he changed up his production sound as well. And despite what I've said this evening, and a lot of it, again, don't take it. It's a lot of what I do is in jest. You can't give this less than a 9. You can't give it less than a 9. It is up there. The film is up there as well. It's pretty iconic. So yeah, despite everything I've said, it deserves a high rating. So it's up there.
So you gave it what, 9 out of 10?
Yeah, you can't really give it less than a 9. It's strong.
I'm surprised coming from you. I thought you was gonna give the album a 3. Because you said it was the snooze fest.
You never know what you're going to get with me on these podcasts. This is why they tune in.
The snooze.
What is Stevie going to say tonight? You know, I've got them all. What's he going to actually say tonight? I'm wondering.
Oh my God.
What about you, Jackie? What did you give the album?
Well, first, let me give a shout out to my little nephew Jay Anthony. He's an indie artist, and he always comes on your lives. He's always like on my stuff. He follows. He's a good dude. That's my buddy all day. And he said "Count on Me" was his #1 too. So I had to give him a shout out because that's my dude. That's my family. I would rate this album, for me, no lie, without the songs that didn't make my top 10. I would give it a 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10 because it was very well. You could tell everything was Babyface, but Babyface got freaking hit records. Like a Babyface album, you put it on and you just gonna, I ain't saying nothing else. Read between the lines. But this was such a girl, we mad. Man, we mad at you. But then she get a boo. She done met a new boo at the end. And I'm like, okay, see, this is how it ends. But the music flowed. The music flowed with it so well that it made it 10 out of 10. Like it's a 10. The album it just flowed well with all the vocalists, all the singers that they had. To be honest, I wouldn't have put TLC on the record.
Giving them a different song.
Yeah, with a different song I would have given them, but not that song. I mean, I know you like the song, Stevie, but I didn't think that was.
It didn't fit. It didn't quite fit. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but yeah, it gets a 10 from me. I rated a 10.
Yeah, I mean, for me, definitely, I would. It goes down as one of the greatest R&B soundtracks. People could talk about Purple Rain, Boomerang. I'm not sure about The Bodyguard. You could talk about, and I'm not talking about any of the any of the stuff that not Mayweather, Curtis Mayfield, some of those older soul, Shaft. I mean, I'm talking like from the 90s. It will go down as probably the greatest R&B soundtrack. And the fact that this one man just said, "Okay, I'm just going to pen all these tracks for these different women and make such a classic album." And that speaks that he watched the movie and made the songs. In the 90s, we got a lot of artists who were recording tracks and they just put them on the album, on the album. But it wasn't. But what he did was watch the film, like, okay, I'm going to write on this scene, I'm going to write there. Genius. So I give him a 10 out of 10 for the work, for the genius. This is what made him. We talk about Stevie Wonder, but I think Babyface just, from my generation, probably the greatest songwriter I've seen in the 90s, on his own, just holding it down. And so this was his crowning achievement. So yes, a 10 out of 10 for this album. And as I said, it everyone sort of feels the same way. The way they feel about New Edition's "Can You Stand the Rain" is the way they feel about this album. They state it is our Black culture. This is our creme de la creme soundtrack as well. Okay.
It's like how you said, Stevie. If Stevie would have done back then an album, soundtrack, like
Stevie Wonder. She's talking about
Stevie Wonder. I'm sorry, y'all. Not Stevie Streets. The DJ that loved all the B-sides of all the records. We're talking about Stevie Wonder. If Stevie, because Songs to the Key of Life, just imagine if it had a damn movie to it. If what's the album? Too High. If it had a movie to, like, Stevie's songs, you could just imagine what he was singing. You like what he was saying and the words, you could just imagine it, you know, when he sung it. Nothing was like, oh my gosh, we had so many, I don't know what I'm gonna do when all these people are gone. You know, who's left? Who's gonna be left?
There's a lot gone already, Jackie.
Who's coming?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, yeah, the way the system is set up, it's hard to, you know, people talk. Yeah, I mean, Lorena just listened to Chris Brown's. How many songs on the album?
Isn't there like 20?
27.
27.
What? What kind of album is that?
Very long album.
Yeah. Excruciating. It's absolutely excruciating. That's what that album is.
Yeah, I wouldn't even like Chris Brown after 27 songs. I'd be like, Chris, okay, you're going to have to go to bed or something because I can't do it with you for another song. That's too many songs.
He has another one that he did. I remember it took me like a week to listen to it. I think it was like 40 songs.
Oh my gosh.
It was way too long. I don't even remember half of the songs that are on the album.
But see, with records, you know, you got to have an experience to, you know, or, you know, your writers, they experience stuff and they writing stuff for you. Or if you're writing for yourself, you got to have an experience. And you have to feel, you know, what you're singing. I don't see 40 songs. I don't see 27 songs. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like, how can you talk about a relationship or talk about, you know, anything, which is going through with your mom and them, somebody, whoever, college, whatever it may be. 40 songs, that's a lot. That's too many. 27 is too many. It just gives you a headache thinking about it.
Yeah.
What it smacks of. I know Chris Brown, he's a busy guy in the studio, but it's like, give me your 10 best tracks. It's like, it's almost like you know, you don't know what your best songs are, so it's like, just put them all out because I don't want my best tracks, so I'm just going to drop them all. Just put your 10 strongest tracks on an album and let the public decide. You know,
I'm still with R. Kelly with 12 play.
Well, there you go.
That's it. It's 12.
I mean, my favorite from him was the double-sided R album, but he mixed it up. But it was, you know, they promoted. It's a very different time. You know, we had it playing on radio, on TV, and then you could appreciate it.
Very different.
It was the follow-up from Pumping. So there was a big anticipation for it. These days when they're just making 27 songs and just dumping them all, it just feels like the way we consume music. Feels just throw it out there.
It's like it's a playlist, isn't it? It's not an album. It's just like a playlist.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right, Stevie.
But I think also too, like, I remember, like, for example, we'll use like Beyonce's album that she put out, the Renaissance album, like how the songs blended into each other. Like it just, there was more thought put into it, how the album was curated. And I feel like with Chris Brown, even though I only listened to it once, like it just kind of started to just sound the same a little bit, and then I lost, like I wasn't paying attention anymore. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like he needs to, of course, shorten it, but also put more intention into how he places the tracks one after the other. Like I think there just needs to be a little bit more organization.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, an album, before we get off, an album that people slept on, and we talk, you know, going back to Babyface, was that Married and Divorced album that he did with Toni. That is a good album.
Yeah.
I forgot about that actually.
Yeah. I love that album. Love it. I
need to listen
to
it.
Go listen to it. Go listen to it.
You know,
I think it's called Marriage and Divorce.
We could do a podcast. We could do a podcast on that one, Jackie. You know what I mean? That'd be a good pick for me to dig it out and actually listen to it. You know?
That I mean, I love the albums. I love the album. Some of the lyrics was like, what happened?
Okay, because Darryl Simmons said that's when Babyface says, okay, let's work again. And he worked on that album. But
on that album, album, that was a dope album. Okay. I even called, the crazy thing is when that album came out, I called Keith Sweat and said, we need to do another duet. Babyface, no, I'm serious. I was like, we need to do another duet because Babyface and Toni has a duet album that is fire. I was like, we need to do another duet. And he was like, I got to think about it. And next thing I know, he had a duet with some girl. And I said, see, he should have listened to me, because if we would have did, how many people would be like ecstatic if me and Keith Sweat did another duet? And Teddy, come on.
I'd
like
agree,
something
totally.
new and crazy.
Yeah.
It would be bananas.
Wow. Okay. I mean, we'll look into that. London was. I can't remember. Lorena, did we say Usher next week? Or was it? What did we choose?
I don't remember, actually.
No, I think it was Usher My Way. It was Usher. It was either that or the Soul Food soundtrack. It was either one of those two. They both were tied at 3-3. So, but we'll see. Jackie, any new music to expect from you?
as Babyface, sleep. No, I haven't gone to Atlanta yet. I have to go to Atlanta to lay my vocals down, and then I probably will have the EP done. Only the Most High knows when I'm going. But I have, the new radio show, Jackie's Closet Live. Radio on WJVS.
Are you enjoying that, Jackie?
Radio.
Are you enjoying that?
Yeah, I have to learn. I have to learn the little console, and I have to really. Well, the DJ, I'll have the DJ next month, so that'll be better for me because I don't have to pick the songs. I tell her stuff I like and let her do her thing. But I like it so far. I mean, I was doing Jackie's Closet Live on IG, and I just wanted it to go to radio when I was asked. So I was like, yeah, can I do my Jackie's Closet Live? And they were like, yes, because they asked me, would I be interested in doing a radio show? And I was like, yeah, but I want to do Jackie's Closet Live. So yes, I want y'all on there. It's y'all have to call me, and it's tapped into the radio, but I can also put it live, of course, on IG when I'm talking to y'all. So you can come on my IG page while we're live, and then they can see you.
So what day is that? What day and what time is it?
It's Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that's like 1 in the morning here, then, isn't it, Namdi?
Yeah, we gotta wait.
We'll be the sleeping bag then.
Y'all are off.
We'll be the sleeping bag, Namdi.
Yeah, we gotta wait till one of them weekends that y'all are off, and you had a long weekend. It's some old long holiday or something. That's late for y'all.
Maybe I'll tune in, Jackie, and you can play some slow jams, and I'll fall asleep.
I'm not messing with you, Stevie. Talking about me with my song. Wait, did I need to pull off my lashes for you because of the last song? I'm trying to think. No, your last song was actually a good one, so I didn't have to pull them off for that. Because I was going to snatch them off for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So tune in next week. We do Usher's My Way album, top 10. We'll ask
That
Jackie.
wasn't a long album, that was it? It wasn't very. That's good. I think it was about only 10 tracks on that.
Yes. Are you around next week, Jackie?
What's next week? I don't know. I'm like, week by week, I have to know, like, where am I?
Well, if you can.
I'll let you know for sure. But you got Lorena back too, so I can go in and out. But I love y'all. I love coming on there because we can laugh about the songs. We can hear you sing. We can hear Stevie sing. And Lorena didn't start singing yet. Right. Lorena, we got to get her singing, and then we got it going on. But I will definitely try. But thank you guys always for inviting me and letting me hang with y'all.
Always good fun, Jackie. Always good fun having Jackie on.
Yes. And go check out her days back in Sodom and Gomorrah in her Skeezer video.
Yes, my Sodom and Gomorrah video. It is. I had to look at it the other day, and I was like, we were really. Oh my gosh!
Winans is the choreographer.
It was a little risque.
But so a lot of people said that they were watching the Knicks versus the 76ers. So NBA, I don't know what they're doing and stuff. But
what's the basketball game going on right now?
Basketball game going on right now.
Oh, okay.
So yes.
Well, all the mothers, any mothers that came on, I don't celebrate Mother's Day for one day. I celebrate Mother's Day every day. But happy Mother's Year to you mamas out there and daddies. We know your day is coming up, but happy Daddy's Day every day to the dads that are really good dads. You know, my braids go off to you, my lashes come off to you.
Okay. Appreciate everybody who's been watching and celebrating. Join us next week. My Way Usher album, and yes, we keep celebrating the music. You know, we joke around, but we always appreciate old school, and we do wish that we can get music today that is of the standard that we enjoyed back in the 90s and beyond. Okay, the series is over. No need to watch Knicks sweep the 76ers. The Philly. Okay, that's it. All right. Everyone's saying happy Auntie Day to to you, Jackie. Happy Auntie Day.
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll catch you. Appreciate everybody. Love you, and catch you next time.
Deuces, y'all.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
Somewhere in between us,
or even loving us,
on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
she's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay, okay.
They understand what Jonas' voice meant.